You're listening to Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk. Each week, your host, Polly Requa, interviews veterinarians and individuals in the pet industry from across the nation answering pet questions. Bark and Wag podcast is produced weekly for your enjoyment, and show notes can be found at barkandwag.com under the podcast tab. That's BARKNWAG.com. Please remember to subscribe to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk.
Welcome to Bark and Wag 15-Minute Vet Talk. I'm your host, Polly Requa. Today we're talking to Carrie Leigh, who designs custom pet products like doggy teas, beds, water bowls, and more at Get It Made in Chicago. Welcome, Carrie.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you on the podcast. So tell us, what is Get It Made?
Get It Made is a marketing boutique that specializes in e-commerce and getting things made. So we make custom products for either businesses or individuals, and what makes us different from other custom product companies and promotional material companies is we can get things made with no minimum order quantity. So if you just want one pet bed for your doggy, we can do that.
And so what are some of the products you design? And I guess even for my listeners, pet products, and then also just other products that you do, because, you know, other people are in different businesses that might be interested.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what I'm finding out in the custom product world is anything is a pet product, right? Because you can put anything on it. You'll probably put your dog's name or your dog's picture or a family photo on something. So we have anything from yoga mats to phone cases to t-shirts, blankets, bathing suits, bikinis. You could make pet water bowl and food bowls with your dog's name on it, or my dog comes to the office with me, so I have a bowl that says branch manager on hers, and zipper pouches, pretty much anything you can dream up.
Okay, now you have to tell us, because I was telling my girls that I was interviewing you today, and I told them about the dog bathing suit, and both of them said, I've seen that. So tell our listeners about the dog bathing suit.
Yeah,
well, it's the bathing suit that has your dog's picture on it.
Yeah, so there's a company that's been doing some viral social media ads that specifically sells your pet on bathing suits. So that's not my company. That's a different company that I think is based in Australia. But we have that capability. And in fact, I would argue we probably have more bathing suit options than just the one piece, because we can do halter tops, racer back bikinis, and we have what's called like a skater dress swimsuit that has a skirt attached to it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it's called a sublimation technique, which is different than a screen printed t-shirt, because what you do is you heat treat the material and basically re-dye it whatever color that you want.
Okay.
So you can print all over the garment instead of just that standard front center box that you might be used to from a screen printer.
And so are you doing sublimation?
I don't do it myself, but I have partners and I have a database of all the different things you can sublimate. And so depending on what the product is, I can identify the best printer that can turn it around the quickest for the lowest cost. So most of the time we keep it in the US, but sometimes those products are made in China as well.
Okay. And so tell us about the dog beds.
So the dog beds come in a variety of sizes, and they can be indoor as well as outdoor. And the most popular bed is a medium size, and you can print all over the top of it. So you can print, some people want a photo of their dog, so their dog sits on itself.
Okay.
But I'm working on a design for my dog that is her on top of kind of like a bunch of squirrels and bunnies, because that's usually what she's dreaming about.
Oh, how cute. And so with your company, if you, let's say I come up with a great design and product, do you also host it and sell it for people? Or so tell us more about what happens once the product has been produced.
Once it's been produced, it can be reordered. So if you wanted to sell them yourself and you know you're going to do more on an ongoing basis, I would just give you partner pricing. And most likely I would just give you a password protected page where you can reorder them as you need them, because we're not really a marketplace.
Okay.
The only time we would be a marketplace is some of our B2B clients don't have a website of their own. So in those cases, we would sell those products online for them and then give them a monthly payout, if that makes sense. But for individuals, and if you already have your own site, we would probably just let you reorder them like a wholesale partner.
Okay. And what are your top products that you're selling?
The top requests we get are t-shirts, throw pillows. We get a lot of hat requests, but that's not necessarily pet related.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say those 3 are the most popular ones that I get, and sometimes leggings as well.
And with the pillows, are people putting their pet faces on it?
Yes. I did some really fun pillows where we had a neon pink heart, like a frame that went around the picture that they sent me, and it matched really well with this very vibrant teal and pink couch setting. So for one client, I created an Andy Warhol-esque quadrant of her dog's faces and in different colors. And so she has 2 dogs, so we did a set of 4 neon dogs on one side, and then the other dog is on the other side. So
how cute.
Yeah, I find that with the dog stuff, the photos, there's so many great photos of people's pets that a lot of times that is the best design, is just printing that photo. But otherwise, people are really into either making their dog a cartoon or a caricature or stylizing them, or there's also the option of isolating the dog itself or the face of the dog and putting it against a custom backdrop. So it could be anything from the Eiffel Tower to just a pattern.
And do you do note cards?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have greeting cards. They can be regular postcards that are flat-sided, one-sided or double-sided, or they can also be folding cards. So I think if you do just one of those, it might not make financial sense because it costs.
No, but if you were to take your dog picture and then do, a set of 12.
Yeah, like holiday greeting cards or baby announcements. Engagements, or if you get a new puppy, you could send out a postcard with a design or a photo on it.
Oh, really, really neat. So tell us how people can get a hold of you.
They can visit either getitmadechicago.com, or we also run the website coolandcustom.com. There are contact pages on both of those websites, or you can email me at info@getitmadechicago.com.
And I'll put all of your information in the web notes as well.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for being on the podcast, and I look forward to having you back.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for all your great tips.
Sure.
Thank you for listening to Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our web address, www.barkandwag.com, to your friends and other pet owners. Have a pressing question for a veterinarian? Ask your question at barkandwag.com under the podcast tab. This has been a KFR production. Join us next time for another edition of Bark and Wag's 15-Minute Vet Talk.